guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, got an email from a subscriber. This guy is 25 years old and he's writing and asking my help as well as you guys, so we're going to have some audience participation today and he's going to need it, about a situation he has with his older brother. His older brother is due to get married in 1 year, and this younger brother is deeply concerned because his girlfriend, now fiance, is none other than a train wreck. She displays absolute narcissistic traits. She's doing what she can to isolate his brother away from his friends and all these other stereotypical things that are not good. And this young guy writing in here was going to officiate their wedding. Well, he doesn't want to now. He wants to back out of it, don't have anything to do with that, and wants to know how to handle the situation. But it goes beyond that, because even though he doesn't say it at the end, this guy clearly doesn't want his brother marrying this woman. Let's be honest here. And you're going to see in this story all these reasons why. And so I'm going to go through a story here. He explains how they met, all that, things about her. So we can help him out. Help him gather his strength to tell his brother what his brother needs to hear. And hopefully help another brother from marrying a train wreck and having his life destroyed. That'd be a good one here for all you guys out there that are young, have a brother or a friend that's with the wrong woman, to know how to handle a situation, stuff like that. This is definitely an important one today. He says, Hi SSM. I've been a huge fan of yours since 2020 when the pandemic started. I seek your advice on my older brother who wants to get married. Well, brother, I appreciate your support. You've been with me since pretty much the beginning. I'm 26 and need some advice and would appreciate any insights you can offer. My brother and his fiancée have asked me to officiate their wedding in May 2025. However, after observing how she treats my brother, I no longer feel comfortable officiating their marriage and wedding them. Well, let's take this to the next step. You don't feel comfortable with them getting married, which means you have to eventually do the uncomfortable thing of telling your brother what he needs to hear, and be damned if you do, damned if you don't, and I'll get into that later. As a backstory, my brother, who's 27, and his fiancée is 25, have been together since October 2021. They've been only together 3 years, and they're already engaged and planning to get married another year? Smack! Come on here. I know people disagree with me, think that's fine with the time, but no, it's not, and you're going to see. They met at their college graduation in May of 2021 and hit it off right away. My brother has always struggled to attract women because of his weight. He was single for about 9 years before meeting her. Despite this, he's very good looking, with a charismatic, funny, and highly intelligent personality. When they started dating, everything seemed promising. My family and I were very happy for them. So right there, guys, that sheds some light in the situation. Big brother here wasn't getting any pussy for 9 years. Then he meets her on the college graduation. Do you all see a problem with this? 9 years not getting any ass, that could certainly make a guy's self-esteem go in the gutter. So when any girl pays attention to him, that's going to make him think, yes, finally. And it could cause a lot of guys to rush into things, treat her like a princess. You see what I'm talking about here? And why it's interesting that graduation, when the party was over temporarily for her, a young gal, that she picks her guy. A guy who hasn't had any girls interested in him in 9 years. Who this guy said he has a problem with his weight. Clearly overweight, then I'm guessing. Either he's very much overweight, or he's very underweight, skin and bones. But the point is, no ass for 9 years. Remember I tell you guys that gals will go through the carousel phase, and usually after they graduate college, that's when they start looking for their nice guy provider to marry. Not because they want to be married, because they want a wedding. Right here. Now some people could say, SSM, God, you're cynical. God, you're negative. No, I'm an effing realist, and I've been around the freaking block here, and I can see already what's going on here. He says, here's some positive qualities of my future sister-in-law. Okay. She is very hardworking and a driven person. Yeah, she was driven to find your brother to provide for her. She is traditional and has great values and morals and is very mannerly. Or she's putting on a big act, clearly. She's giving to my brother and respectful to my entire family. She's a good human being and very intelligent, just like my brother. Well, given how I read the story, clearly she's putting on an act. Anybody can hide their true personality for a long time. Here are some concerns about control. Aha, that didn't take long. Some things have come up that have made me rethink my involvement in officiating their wedding. My future sister-in-law is very controlling of my brother. So so all the other stuff you said that was good about her goes right out the door. She's a control freak. She always has to know what my brother is doing and constantly checks his phone and reacts to his messages. Whenever my parents and I call my brother, we're always on speaker so she can hear what we're saying. Translation, she's not going to let her investment potentially be taken away from her. This is psycho. My brother has never done anything to warrant her checking his phone. He's never flirted with other girls, never done anything bad, never insulted her or hit her. She checks his phone simply because she likes having control over him. This level of control is concerning since we essentially have no privacy in talking to my brother. Well, smack to your brother. What I tell you guys, he hasn't gotten any ass for 9 years, no girl's paying attention to him, and a pretty girl comes along, and all of a sudden, here is my balls. Why don't you put it in your purse, honey? I'm going to let you rule my life because I think I'm such a piece of crap that you're the only pussy that ever pays attention to me, so I'm going to, of course, do anything to keep you around. This is what's going on here. A lot of my family and friends have pointed out that how much she controls my brother. It's almost as if he can't be himself at times without her getting annoyed at something. So he's walking on eggshells around her. His friend group has gotten smaller over time because she doesn't like some of his friends. It's important to point out that she has no friends of her own. She has always had a difficult time making friends, especially with women. Now does she have friends with men? So already she's causing a rift, a wedge between him and his buddies. She probably doesn't like the friends of his that probably, want him to hang out, probably have questioned her authority, her reign of terror, if you will. Yeah, this is what narcissists do. They try to cause rifts and problems between a guy's friends, family, things he likes. So that way then he has nobody but her. And men can do the same thing to women, don't get me wrong. And the people that fall for this crap are either really weak or they're just young and inexperienced. It's one thing if your brother's 15, this was his first girlfriend, he didn't experience this before, but he's a grown-ass man, 27 years old, and no, he's weak. And I'm sorry he went years being rejected, no, obviously no interest from other women, which clearly backs up why he's acting this way, but still. My brother has 2 extremely close friends, both guys, since high school. He's known them for more than half of his life. These friends are some of the best people you can think of, hardworking, driven, and honest. However, she doesn't like them simply because she doesn't get along with them due to her strong personality. You mean she's an overbearing bitch. I've seen her try to turn my brother against them, even though they are some of his best friends. See? He is letting her, who he's known a few years, the only pussy he's gotten in years, I'm going to keep bringing that up, drive a wedge between his best buddies he's known half his life who are loyal, good people. Your brother's a fucking idiot, but your brother is desperate. And this is what so many guys do. Additionally, when we make plans for gatherings, my future sister-in-law often doesn't want to include some of these friends just because she doesn't like them, even though everybody else does. This exclusion is a red flag to me. His friend group has gotten smaller and smaller over the years. Classic. She's driving a wedge, so all he has is her. This is what happens all the time. Nowadays, my bro spends most of his time at their apartment with her and her family. It feels like she's isolating him. Ding, ding, ding. I've also seen her try to poison my brother's mind about his friends. Although it seems like he doesn't really listen to her, the influence is there and it can trickle down over time. Yeah, it's just going to slowly seep in. Well, newsflash, man, she's doing this with his brothers now, but soon she's going to do it to you and other members of your family. If it hasn't happened yet, give it time. And if you think I'm full of crap, then don't listen to me. During dinners, she'll give him looks or nudge him if he says something she doesn't like. Ooh, Your Majesty. She can be quite moody, and my brother just bends to her will. Smack to your brother. Which he never used to do. At times, they'll immediately leave gatherings because she's so moody and doesn't want to be there. Bitch is off her meds, huh? Additionally, friends bring up topics like traveling or going camping, and my brother will freak out, making the shh sign and pointing at her, afraid she'll hear him even discussing such plans. It's like he needs to ask her for permission even to have a conversation about going camping, which is really ridiculous. Yeah, he is completely pee-whipped to a whole new level. She controls every aspect of his life, and because he wasn't getting any pee for 9 years, and he probably thinks this is the only girl I'm ever going to get, so I can't do anything to upset Her Royal Highness. See? And do women respect guys that act like this? No. He says she has no friends. How about other dudes? In another instance, she ran my mother out of her own kitchen twice only because she disagreed with how my mother did things. And let me guess, your mom probably put up with it because she wants some woman to pay attention to your brother. Although she meant well and wanted to help, a future sister-in-law came off as too strong. Smack! No, dumbass. She didn't mean well. Come on. Bro, really? You've been watching me for 4 years? You actually believe she meant well? Come on. She often bosses my brother around in front of my family and their friends. We have a my house is your house mentality in our home, which means we open our doors and treat everyone as if it's their home. Well, that's stupid because look what happens. No good deed goes unpunished, amigo. She, however, has stated that she thinks that this is her home because she is engaged to my brother, and she believes she can do things her way, which is not how it works. Well, your mom may be putting up with this shit, but your dad should throw the bitch out. They're all doing it because they want to see your brother with someone. And, oh, he's so happy. Yeah, your brother ain't happy. Recently, there was an incident where she was bossing me and my girlfriend around in my own home. I tell her to go fuck herself. I politely set boundaries. Smack! No, don't politely set boundaries. You set boundaries, but don't be polite about it. And she got extremely upset. So, crying and talking to me for 2 weeks. Manipulation 101. This wasn't the first time she reacted this way. It made me realize she can't take any criticism and is very emotionally impulsive and manipulative. Twice in their relationship, she's broken up with my brother over minor arguments, only to change her mind hours later and ask to get back with him. No, that's on purpose, because that way he freaks out and therefore he'll never behave in a way that gave her that displeasure. That's on purpose. My whole family, friends, and even my godparents have noticed this and are concerned about my brother's future with her. Then why don't you all say something? Because they're all afraid that your brother is never got any girls before. I know I keep pounding this in, but I have to make this point. He also says my brother and future sister-in-law moved in together in May of 2023. After 2 years, smack! Are you kidding me? Because her job provided a free apartment with all utilities covered. Well, it may have been free, but this whole thing isn't really free. It's important to note that she is quite the scaredy cat and didn't want to live on her own. So she asked my brother to move in with her. She doesn't behave like a scaredy cat. She's confrontational. She starts shit all the time with people, anybody. She's not a scaredy cat. She just wanted a rope, get him in there, and have him, she could watch him all the time. Despite making more money than my brother, smack, that's a bad situation. She and her family still expected him to pay for all the groceries, furniture, and dates, while she kept all the earnings simply because he's the man and she's a traditional woman. So what you make is ours, what I make is mine. And your dumbass brother clearly is going by her commands and her family's commands. This led to her bank account growing while my brother's remained stagnant or even decreased. Bro, I'm not done yet, guys. And this idiot's still with her. And you haven't had an intervention yet. What the fuck is the matter with you? I'm glad you're writing in, but you're going to be having an intervention when we're done this video here. Otherwise, I won't take any more emails from you. In the past, future sister-in-law has shown a significant sense of entitlement. No, really? She struggles to buy even simple things for my brother, who is constantly buying her flowers, paying for dates, drinks, and much more. Your brother is such a simp. My brother once asked her to buy him a simple $4 coffee, and her facial expression showed how much it hurt her to consider it. Her response was, "I'm a traditional woman," implying that my brother's responsibility to pay for everything. Another time when my brother asked if she could buy him a burger, she told him that she would make something at home instead, just to avoid spending any money. A lot of you guys may be thinking this is just bullshit. I'm being trolled. Newsflash, guys. There are guys out there that are this fucking weak. Really. And there are girls out there that are just this, I don't know, a devil, a harpy, whatever you want to call them, that will take advantage of weak-ass guys. She also tends to get very ahead of herself in various situations. For instance, even before my brother had officially proposed to her, she was already announcing to our entire family and friends that they were getting married. This was despite the fact that my bro hadn't even bought a ring or formally proposed yet. It was so embarrassing because the family asked to see the ring, but they had nothing to show for it because she got so ahead of herself. This behavior often puts my brother in a difficult position, feeling pressure to meet her premature plans and commitments. Because your brother at this point, there's a point where, guess what, she's an a-hole, we can all agree, but your brother is also an a-hole for putting up with this. I'm sure your brother could take action and fix some things about himself to attract other women. My brother ended up proposing to her on Valentine's Day. Oh, what a cliche. This year, after shopping for about 2 months. He got her a beautiful ring, spending about 2 months' worth of his wages. Smack, jackass. Which is very admirable. However, her reaction felt entitled. When I privately asked about the ring, she responded, "Yeah, the ring's okay. It's what it should be," as if it barely met her expectations, despite my brother's significant effort and expense even after pressuring him to propose to her. Can you imagine being married to this broad? Well, the brother's going to be if something isn't done. He says, future implications. Considering that in the Western world, about 40 to 50% of marriages end in divorce, try 60, there's a significant chance that one of us could face that outcome. Thinking logically, given these odds, I worry about my brother's future with his fiancée. You think? She's controlling, limiting his time with friends and his social life in general. I fear that my brother will start to build a lot of resentment towards her, which isn't healthy for their relationship. There's nothing healthy about their relationship, dude. I worry about what will happen when they start to have kids. If she continues to be controlling, it could lead to even more strain and issues in their marriage. Are you insinuating you think she might change? She's not going to change. She's only going to get worse. And bringing children into this horrible situation? Obviously, every couple hits their rough patches, and that's normal. The whole relationship is a rough patch, dude. But since I know she can be very emotionally impulsive, I foresee that she may threaten my brother with divorce and taking half of his assets when things get tough. At a minimum, this kind of impulsive behavior can be very damaging and adds to my concerns for their future. I can foresee that these issues in their future. I feel like I won't be able to see my brother as much, and that goes the same for my parents. It seems like that's going to be like that. Yes, it's going to be like that. She's only playing nice now to keep you roped in. The second she is married, you ain't going to see your brother anymore. He says, my role in the relationship with my brother is significant, and my decision not to officiate their wedding comes from a place of genuine concern. I'm afraid that if I back out now, the sister-in-law will be deeply hurt. She's not going to be hurt, she's going to be pissed off, and will start a lot of shit. Given her reaction to be setting boundaries in my home, you can only imagine how she'll react to this more personal decision. She might take as a sign that I don't like her, don't approve of their marriage, or don't want her to be a part of my family, which isn't true. What do you mean isn't true? Smack! Get the fuck out of here, bro. And I'm calling you on your bullshit. Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit the community here. You don't approve of their marriage. You don't want her in your family. And you don't like her. So don't fucking bullshit me here. Alright? Be a fucking man. Say what you mean and mean what you say. You don't want her in your family. She's a train wreck. She's an awful person. Ay. I still love her as a person and have good times with her, but I don't want to officiate their wedding anymore. Smack, you don't love her. She's awful. If I were to go with her officiating, I feel forced, and my heart wouldn't be into it. I'm afraid she'll get very upset, making me look bad in front of her family. Who the fuck cares? And possibly even poison my brother's mind against me. That's going to happen anyway, dude. However, I believe my brother will understand and respect my decision. While he might be disappointed and sad, I think our strong relationship will remain intact. He'll respect my choice and not force me into something I'm uncomfortable with. The advice I seek is this. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to marry my brother and his fiancée anymore? How should I break it to them? Should I break it to my brother first, or should I break it to them together? Alright, bro. Officiating thing? No, this story isn't about officiating. Get the fuck out. This story is about you need to save your brother while there's still time. Bro, she is an awful person. She is a narcissist. She's driving a wedge with him and his buddies. You and the family are next. She's only playing nice enough now to get your brother's dumbass self to marry her. And yeah, I'm insulting your brother whether you like it or not. Alright? Your brother, I'm sorry he didn't get any girls paying attention to him for 9 years when he was there during those important years of development. But it is what it is. There's a lot of guys watching this channel here that didn't have girls pay attention to them ever and would never do what your brother's doing here. She found her nice guy the second she graduated, probably because she was having fun riding the carousel prior to that, regardless you say she doesn't have any friends, okay? She is an awful person. She'll be an awful wife, controlling, all that. That is not a healthy relationship, and your brother's walking on eggshells all the time. She treats your family with disrespect, you with disrespect, telling you what to do in your own goddamn motherfucking house. Come on here. You need to have an intervention with your brother. The whole family get together and talk about her, because I'm sure you have already, and tell him this is a terrible decision. He's wasting his life. But I get it. You're damned if you damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't do anything, he's going to marry her, of course. And then guess what? Bye-bye, brother, because she's going to distance him from all of you guys, guaranteed. You don't think I'm serious? Just watch. Or you're damned if you do. You tell your brother what you really think of her, that he's making a terrible mistake, she's an awful person, and then he gets mad at you and he doesn't talk to you. So either way, you're fucked. But if you were in this situation, what would you want? You would want a concerned family member, friend, to tell you what you need to hear. That's what I think you need to do. He cannot marry her. And if he does, after you and your family lay it all out as clear as day, then everything that happens is on him. And you can say, bro, you can get other women out there. There are women like her that deliberately pick guys when they're ready to get married. Not because they want to be married, but because they want the ceremony and the ring and all that type of shit. You cannot marry her. The officiating thing is small potatoes compared to the whole big picture. I'm not going to waste my time with the fucking officiating thing. Okay? So that's what you need to do. You need to sit him down. You need to introduce him to my channel. And if you have to literally tie him to a chair and make him watch my videos round the clock for a week, and that's just putting it mildly, to him to wake up, then so be it. And yeah, I'm being very harsh about this, but he needs to know, and you need to know. Okay? I don't. What's this bullshit after this whole goddamn email I read saying, actually, I do like her, and it's not that I don't want her in my family. No, you don't. Come on, man. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't bullshit me. So, bro, you're a good guy. You care about your brother, and I respect you taking the time to write it. And I appreciate you watching my channel all these years. And if you're watching my channel all these years, you know darn well the quality she has is awful. But you care about your bro. You probably care about your bro. He might off himself if they break up, thinking no woman will ever love me. Well, your brother will be fine. I mean, I don't need to go through the giant list of all the problems she has and the red flags, but God almighty, there's plenty. So that's what I think. I don't even care about the whole officiating crap. No, don't do that, obviously. And if she doesn't like it too freaking bad, don't do that. But no, you cannot obviously officiate this wedding if he goes along with it anyway. And also, I wouldn't even go. This is a terrible decision. So talk to your family. We need to talk to the big brother and let him know the truth. And you can all let him know he'll be okay. And you'll be there to support him when they break up. He needs to break up with her. It's terrible. It is going to be a disaster. They have kids. Those kids are going to be so effed up. So that's what I think. So guys in the community, I meant it. Please comment away in the comments section. If you don't normally comment, comment. Tell this younger brother here, yes, he's a good guy for writing in, but he needs to lead the intervention. He has to help his older brother out. And at that point, then, you say what you got to say to the older brother, and older brother cuts you off because he's mad at you, or she's mad at you or something. You tried. You did your part. And if he then suffers because he's 27 years old, that's on him. I know you care about him, but there's a point that he's a grown-ass adult and he makes his bed, he lies in it. End of story. And I get that a lot of guys don't have a girl pay attention to them. They finally do, and they pull this shit. Well, how's that working out for him? Does she really, ask yourself this question, does she treat him like she loves him? Like she cares about him, that she's loyal? No, nothing. There's nothing in her behavior that shows she loves him at all. He's merely her property. That's how she treats him. There you go. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. I said that, but again, I'm reminding you, please comment. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.